Welcome into another edition of Sports Junkies. It's been a while. Hey, it's Sparky, Fifer, he's Gery Woelfel.
Lucky them.
Yeah, he's Gery Woelfel. Hey, the large part is my fault. I went and had a baby, Jackson.
Yeah.
And
Will you grow up?
been kind of busy. Sorry.
You see what Greg Gieson gave you, a little teething ring? That was for you.
It was for me?
Yeah. The biggest baby in the Fifer family.
I need something to gnaw on watching Bucks games lately. Right. So this is the deal. I'm Sparky. I'm from 105.7 FM The Fan. He's Gery Woelfel from the Racine Journal-Times. Let's talk about this Milwaukee Bucks basketball team. It's been an awful season, but having it been an awful season, if you get out of this that Giannis can run this offense and do what he's doing, 19 points, 7 boards, 7 assists, if that's what he is, and now you add a jumper, Gary, I mean, he's right there on, well, as Grievous Vasquez said on the postgame show last night, he said, "I'm not."
Vasquez.
He said,
"He had the authority."
He said, "I'm really not sure what I would call Giannis. Maybe a super all-star or something like that." Is I think that's how
a super all-star,
not a superstar, but a super all-star.
He's been in the league now 3 years, right? And has he made the all-star team yet? Has he been close to making the all-star team?
No, but you'd have to be blind or stupid not to see just how great Giannis is running this offense.
I guess I got blinders on because I know he's putting up numbers, but that doesn't make your whole offense more efficient. We were talking about Michael Carter-Williams before. How could Michael Carter-Williams only get 5 assists per game, and all of a sudden Giannis comes in and gets,
because he creates more for his teammates.
Why?
Unlike MCW.
Okay, so you're agreeing. Michael Carter-Williams can't create for his teammates.
Not the way Giannis has. No,
okay, right.
he didn't. You can't even argue it. And not only did he not create for his teammates, but he also couldn't make anything happen consistently. Giannis consistently can get to the rim. And I think MCW has an opportunity to do that as well. But he just doesn't finish as well as Giannis around the basket. And again, you can just look at different things. Giannis has gotten Jabari Parker more involved in the offense than MCW ever did when MCW was running the point. Giannis controls his own offense more so than he ever got the ball from MCW, Bayless, Ennis, or anybody else. You can't take the ball out of Giannis' hands right now. Jabari clearly seems more happy with Giannis with the ball in his hands because he gets the ball more. Now, the one guy who it can hurt from time to time, I guess, is Monroe for sure because he gets the ball less now.
Right.
But again,
and if Middleton doesn't get the ball from Giannis, he takes the ball from Giannis and puts up a shot.
But see, this is the thing, though.
I mean,
with Middleton and Giannis, now he's not Giannis, but Middleton has shown at different parts earlier in the year when Prunty was running the team that Middleton is capable of running the offense.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
He showed he can run the offense too. Now, again, it's not point guard-esque or whatever. It's more point forward-esque or whatever.
Right.
But he's capable of running the offense. If it's me, and I've said this before, just get me a shooter that can hit the outside shot and defend a point guard. That's what I want next to Giannis.
Well, that's why.
That's all I want next to Giannis. I don't want Mike Conley. I don't want any true-blooded ball-hawking point guard that has to be in control all the time. I don't want that.
I agree.
I want nothing to do with that.
And that's the problem with Middleton and a couple other guys in their team. Once they get the ball, they go one-on-one. They isolate it. They don't move the ball. And that's been problematic all season. Now, I agree with you. I don't have a problem with Giannis running the offense on a large percentage, like 60%.
Right.
But I don't think they can do it on a consistent basis. And I brought this up the other day on SSP. I don't have so much problem on the offensive end, but I got a major problem on the defensive end.
Well, the defensive end, he's got to guard a 3 or 4.
Exactly. And who is going to guard the point?
Well, that's my point. The other guard, whoever that may be, has to be a guy that can shoot the 3 and defend the point guard. That's it.
Yeah.
It can be a shooting guard. It doesn't have to be a point guard.
The problem is they don't have that player, and it's highly unlikely they'll get in the draft, okay? So then what do you do?
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends. Look, the draft comes first.
Right.
And then free agency. It's backwards in the NBA. I've complained about that for years. But you get in the draft, and again, everybody wants one guy in this town. Everybody wants the same guy that everybody else in the country wants.
Who's that?
Everybody wants Buddy Hield. That's who everybody wants.
See, but he can't guard points.
Why not?
Oh, have you seen him?
He's 6'4".
Yeah, right. He can guard shooting guards. He can guard small forwards. He doesn't have a prayer of guarding an NBA legitimate
I'm going to ask again, why?
And besides
what does he lack that he can't do it?
Don't even bring up Buddy Hield because the Bucks right now are picking 9th, okay?
No, I understand it, but wait a second. You and I talked about this on the postgame show the other night. If you packaged a Monroe with that one and flip, so you go from 9 to, say, 4 or 9 to 5.
You're not going to get up to 4 or 5.
You're moving up 4 spots. You flip-flop and give a guy a center.
At that stage, that's a lot. In the NBA, it's very, very difficult to move up when you're that high in the lottery, okay?
From 5 to 9.
Correct.
Even with a team that needs a center.
Correct, yeah. They're they want a superstar, and there might be one in the first 5 or 6 picks. Okay,
right.
So I don't think they want to give up that possibility. And by then, Hield's going to be gone. He's a top
5 pick,
top 5, 6. You know, someone there.
Sure.
So, and that's why I am on the bandwagon for the first time ever to tank.
Wow.
They got to tank.
They can only improve one more spot.
No,
they can only get
right.
to 8.
Right now they're in 9th, and they have a legitimate possibility to move up to 7. They're only 2 games from the 7th spot.
That's it? I thought all they could move up to was 8.
No, they can move up 2 spots.
Really?
I mean, a lot hinges on what the other team does too. I mean, if they're in tank mode, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But you get a quote moral victory like last night, for instance. Who cares? It's about the big picture. It isn't about today, now. It's about the future.
Sure. Yeah. So who do you want then?
In the ideal world?
In the draft.
In the ideal world of the draft, I would take Jamal Murray of Kentucky.
I don't think he's going to be there either.
Oh, he's not. In fact, I talked to...
That's another guy that's going to go before them.
I talked to a veteran scout who I really, really respect. I mean, he's been at the scouting game for a long time. Where do you think he has Murray on his draft board?
7, 6, 7, 2.
2.
No, he won't go that high.
It's possible, depending upon who's picking. But, okay, he has Simmons 1. He has Murray 2, Ingram 3.
See, I wholeheartedly disagree. There's no way I'm taking Simmons 1.
Oh,
he can't shoot.
You're in the minority.
I know what guys with athletic ability that can't shoot look like. They're on the Bucks. Mm-hmm. I don't. I mean, if I'm Philadelphia, I'm not taking him. I have no interest. I'll take Ingram or Murray or Ingram. I would take over Simmons.
If Philadelphia gets the number 1 pick, they're taking Simmons.
For what? Why?
Why?
How many picks do you need on a basketball team?
He would be a better version of Giannis at the point. Much better. This kid is good. He's a big-time player.
I disagree. But we'll see. I'm just not a Simmons fan. I've been a Simmons fan all year. I've watched Simmons play for LSU 2 or 3 times, and I said, okay.
Yeah, nice, I agree.
But I don't see superstar. I don't see wow. I watch Giannis. I see wow. I watch Simmons.
His situation is a little like Ellison's at Marquette. He had absolutely nobody around him. I was talking to Scott about this the other day. If Ellison would have had a legitimate point guard, he would have been crazy good.
But Ellison has a shot. I mean, he's not a great shot, but he's got a shot outside.
I agree.
Simmons can't do that.
Simmons can do everything.
He can't shoot.
He
can't shoot. That's a problem in the NBA. Example, Bucks.
When Magic Johnson came in the NBA, how far do you think he was in range?
Larry Bird didn't have a shot either. But I'm just telling you, if you look back and look at Larry Bird's field goal percentages, it would blow your mind. I said on the other day, I said if Larry Bird would have been in Milwaukee with this fan base, we would have ran him out of town on a rail after his first 2 or 3 years in the NBA.
Right.
His field goal percentage was so bad. I'm just saying Ingram is the better offensive player by far. I like Ingram as my offensive player.
How much do you weigh?
I don't know. I'm weighing myself. Probably 155.
I'll bet Ingram weighs about the same amount.
Very thin.
He's going to get blasted.
But he's going to be a dynamic scorer in this league.
I'm not impressed with Ingram. Yeah. I've seen a bunch of games, and
I like
everybody
Ingram.
tells me he can get to the basket. He's very fluid. But I'll tell you what, he's got a long way to go in the strength department.
Sure he does.
Yeah. Guys are just going to maul him.
Well, we're going to find out between those two guys. But then the other guy is done, the point guard at Providence. But again, he can't shoot all that well either.
He's Michael Carter-Williams.
And I don't really want to deal with that on the Bucks.
Exactly.
So I don't want to go down that
line. That goes back to my original point. You and I are on the same page about getting like a combo guard so somebody can guard point. But that's easier said than done.
Sure it is.
So if you can't find that, the Bucks are going to be exposed all next season.
What about a guy that's Demetrius Jackson from Notre Dame?
No way. He's not even in the top 20. Late.
That's another guy that people have been bringing up, Bucks fans, obviously, looking at him going, well, maybe he fits the mold. It'll be interesting to see what the Bucks do.
You know what?
Because the other thing they can do, Gary, is they could go big. They could take a center. I mean, we're all focusing on a guard, but they don't have an answer at center right now either going forward.
Well, you're right. Somebody that's going to stand out. I mean, that's a possibility. I think I know who they like already.
Who?
I can't say.
Why not? We're a month away. 2 months away.
I don't know. And that's my point. Because
3 months away.
Because at this point, it's so early in the draft. I mean, let's say they get to 7 and they somehow miraculously get a
top 3.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. So when we get closer, I'll tell you who I really think of that.
Is it a big or is it a guard?
Guard.
You can tell me that.
Yeah. So we'll see.
He's Gery Woelfel of the Racine Journal-Times.
Let's have a fan contest. Everybody can write in, and the guy who accurately predicts can come on the show.
Sure.
The first email to Gery, Gery.Woelfel.
You got to check with your legal department here at the Racine Journal-Times, see if you can do that.
I'll talk to Greg Geeson. He's
your legal guy?
He's the grand poobah of the Journal-Times.
The next time we do one of these Bucks
Don't you
videos,
like that idea?
next time,
Yeah.
I want to talk about whether or not you think the pressure of the new arena opening in 2018 is affecting day-to-day operations for this team and how they go about basketball operations. Talk about that next time. He's Gery Woelfel of the Racine Journal-Times. I'm Steve Sparky Fifer. We're out of time. That'll do it here for another edition of Sports Junkies here.
Time is just a real nebulous thing. You know, you can't really. Let's go.
Thank God. At RacineSportsZone.com.